Signs of catfishing that you may not have spotted in Lucas's story. If you saw Lucas's story last year, you'll know that the film tells a story of what happens to a young lad when he gets his first smartphone and, spoilers, is groomed by an older guy online, eventually meeting up with him. If you haven't seen Lucas's story, we'd recommend that you hop over to that video on YouTube by clicking the link in the description to catch up. Lucas is groomed, but more specifically, Lucas gets catfished by this guy called Terry. Terry pretends to be a young girl online who used to live near Lucas but moved away with her dad. Grooming and catfishing can happen to anyone, but especially if you're not certain about how to spot the signs that someone is trying to groom you through a fake account. In this video, we're going to explore Lucas's story for 5 major signs of catfishing or grooming that Lucas or his friends and family could have spotted. Number 1. He's speaking to people that he doesn't know. At the beginning of the film, Lucas gets his first smartphone, a hand-me-down from his mum. Sometime later, Lucas ends up FaceTiming his older friend Brad, telling him about a weird guy who's been messaging him called Terry. Afterwards, he doesn't listen to Brad and ends up adding a new friend, also someone he doesn't know, called Kelly. It is dangerous to speak to people online that you know nothing about other than what they display or choose to tell you. Sometimes this can seem harmless, but paired with other signs in this video, this could be something more sinister. Number 2. Kelly never shows her face. Lucas only sees Kelly's profile picture and one of her nudes throughout the entire time that he's been speaking to her. Despite mostly communicating with her via video call, she never connects her camera or mic, leaving Lucas to speak to her through messages. If someone is unwilling to show themselves, especially if they don't want you to hear their voice, this is a big red flag. A common tactic of catfishing is to steal the identity of someone through photos or someone else's videos. Number 3. Brad sees that Kelly's profiles do not seem legitimate. After Lucas tells Brad about Kelly, seemingly fixated on speaking to her all the time, Brad stalks her on his laptop. What he finds is new profiles with virtually no friends or posts. If a friend online doesn't have many friends or post history, and especially if they don't update their profile, then this is a likely sign that they are using a fake account. Number 4. Kelly asks for nudes and sexts. Kelly sends Lucas a nude and asks for him to go video himself in return. Although sexting and sending nudes can be safe practice with someone that you trust, we will cover this in a future video, you should not send nudes or sex to someone that you don't know, as you cannot trust them to have good intentions. If you do end up feeling pressured or threatened to send something to someone online, then take a screenshot of your conversation, mute, and then block that person. Remember, in the UK, it is illegal for someone to earn nudes or sex of anyone under the age of 18. Number 5. Kelly asks to meet up. At the end of the film, Kelly organises to meet with Lucas when she's supposedly back in town with her dad. She arranges to meet him in a remote place at her dad's car, presumably to drive to their date location. Remember that Kelly is actually an older man called Terry, trying to trick Lucas and posing as a teenage girl. Ideally, you shouldn't meet with someone you do not know, especially if you've never seen their face or even heard their voice. If you are going to meet with someone online, you should meet them in a public place, and you should always let someone know where you're going and what your plans will be. Better yet, take a friend and get dropped off and picked up by a trusted adult. Remember that grooming and catfishing has no formula, and perpetrators pick up new tactics all the time. But we hope that the signs in Lucas's story illustrates what to look out for when you're making friends online. These are just 5 of the signs in Lucas's story, but you can watch the film for more, or stay tuned for future videos about topics like this. Thanks for watching this Not In Our Community Top Facts series video. Remember to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more content like this in the future.